Hi guys, and welcome to part 2 of Living with a Stutter. I'm going to show you some footage of the part 1 of this video, so I'll be back.
I'm able to stand up, like I've said previously in a couple of questions back, is I'm able to stand up in front of a whole English or maths class.
So obviously, as you can see, that was way before I'd come to university, so this video is going to be about my stutter and how I feel it is probably improved or how it's not improved since being at university. I've asked some of my mates for some questions. I've got 10 questions lined up for you. I'm not going to try to talk for too long. Obviously, I want to get out some information about my stutter to you. So I hope you enjoy this video. If you like it, I can do a part 3 maybe after my first year of university living with a stutter. If you like the sound of that video, comment down below. But obviously you won't see that till like May, June. So let's get on with the first question. So my stutter building up to moving away to university wasn't really that bad because I wasn't really that bothered at the time. Obviously I was still doing what I would normally do anyway, so I was working down at Little Acres, so it's a boarding kennel and category, whatever it's called, for cats basically, dogs and cats. And I was obviously doing my 4 to 5 days down there, so my lifestyle hadn't really changed completely any different. I was still doing what I would normally do anyway, and building up to sort of packing stuff for university. I'd say that's probably when my stutter began to become an issue. My words would be prolonged, so I'd end up saying, say, Jaffa cake would be and I couldn't then get the rest of my words out like them basically. So no, I say building up to university wasn't an issue. Meeting new people has always been an issue for me. Obviously I stutter with S's, so having the name of Stephen Surridge, it's obviously always going to be an issue. But obviously I had to meet quite a lot of new people. Obviously I had to meet my 5 flatmates. I've recently moved flats as well, so I've had to meet another 5 new people. People over in the 2nd floor of Connie's on campus. Obviously there's 20 odd over there, so I've obviously had to introduce myself then. I've got my sports group, my education group, and obviously my football society group. So I'd say when meeting new people it is an issue, but I've just sort of got used to slowing myself down, taking time and focusing on not stuttering so people don't notice that I've got a stutter. So basically, yes, it always has been and it always will be an issue with introducing myself. I would say it has improved massively since being in a society. To anybody who's thinking of coming to university or is at university and isn't in a society, I'd say get into a society. Because obviously I've met people from the 2nd, 3rd years and that are doing their PGCEs. So when I first went to Callum Ward, who was our society president at this time, and he made me feel welcome. Obviously then I've got like Jake Harness, he's a pretty good mate of mine now, I would say. And he's obviously made me feel quite welcome and helped me with bits and bobs around. And it's quite nice to have that blend of people that you don't associate with on a normal day to day, until you go to a society meeting or a society event or even football training, as in my case. It's quite nice to meet so many new people, and obviously my stutter has improved because not many people actually know that I have a stutter until I start beatboxing and spitting and all sorts and putting funny faces at them. But yeah, I'd say massively it's improved. My confidence has always been an issue, obviously, with my stutter. I wouldn't say my confidence has improved. I'd say managing my stutter, as in confidence with managing my stutter, has improved, but not my confidence overall, because I still take stuff to heart. I know if somebody messages me something, I'll be worrying that I've upset them. So no, my confidence hasn't improved since being here, but managing my stutter and confidence that I can manage it has improved massively. My stutter, I would say, isn't an issue. Obviously, on this video, I don't really stutter much on videos because I'm just talking to myself. I wouldn't say I stutter much anyway anymore because I'm so calm and relaxed, knowing that I don't have to really worry that people are going to say stuff. Obviously, Ewan, my mate, Priestley, Archie and Sam, obviously us five always have a joking around about my stutter. But like I've explained to people, if I laugh first, then it's fine. It's when you make it an issue and you bring it up that I don't enjoy. But no, I wouldn't say it's an issue. I enjoy having a laugh about with my stutter. I like it when I'm putting funny faces and people are smiling at me. It can be an issue, obviously, like I said in the previous in the previous couple of questions back about meeting new people. That's when it comes an issue. But on a day-to-day basis, I don't really notice it because obviously for the past 18, nearly 19 years, I've always been used to it. But no, most people wouldn't say it's an issue. My parents definitely don't say it's an issue. And you watching this video, you wouldn't even guess that I've got a stutter. So no, it's not an issue. I'd say placement can sometimes be an issue. Sometimes, because obviously I had to introduce myself at first. But generally it's not an issue at placement. I'd say it's quite improved it in a confidence thing of managing my stutter. I was doing the register a couple of weeks ago, and it come to a part where I had about 5 kids' names that I couldn't say because obviously I struggle with C's, K's, ST's and letter after P. And this boy was helping me say the kids' names, which is really nice. But again, I think it's because kids don't really understand about why people talk funny and stuff like that. They don't really sort of understand that. And again, that puts my mind at rest. Obviously, my parents are childminders, so I can just not worry that they're gonna pick up on it. And if it does happen, they'll just go, "Oh, why does Stephen or why does Mr. Surge talk funny?" And then you just explain it. But I find with my age people, some people can be a bit of a knob. And obviously, we know how to upset people. Really, that's the main problem. But no, I'd say it's improved it because I find it easier to talk to children. I do. The support from my new mates is really good. So Archie, Ewan, Priestley and Sam, like I just mentioned, they always give me time to say what I need to say, so it's nice that I can be quite calm and relaxed around them. Nathan, Bish, James and Dan, we always have they just allow me to be calm. They don't even think it's an issue. I do like that we can always have a joke around about my stutter. Some of the girls are quite supportive, so Bean, Laura, Alison, Chinese, Nicole, and it's quite nice that there's a big range of support that I get from people. So quite a lot of the time, I don't know if they notice, but I know that Bean and Sam and Priestley mainly, if they know that I can't say something, they'll just try and finish it for me, which is really nice. I'd rather them finish what I'm saying for me than me trying to build up a sweat and get angry that I can't get it out. I like the fact that Ewan and Archie just tell me to slow down, stop, it's alright, don't worry about it, and that again, it's really nice I have got that support, and I couldn't really ask for any better help from them, to be honest. Do you grow out of a stutter is a hard question. I'd say no, but then again it can be yes, because my granddad, who's going to be 62 this week, this week, he don't stutter at all, but every so often he begins to stutter. My uncle, who is 27 or 28, his stutter is as in improved a bit, but again every so often he begins to get worked up and start stuttering. So I don't think you grow out of it. I think you grow into knowing how to manage your own stutter. And it's again, I know it's going to the other end of the spectrum, but again, people with seizures and stuff, they don't grow out of having seizures. They grow into knowing how, when, and how they're going to have one. So they'll go and lay themselves down. And it's a little bit like that. I know when I'm going to stutter, and mentally I'm changing words already in my head as I'm speaking right now, so that I don't stutter. So no, you don't grow out of it. Would I want any more help? I'd say no. That's just because I've learned how to manage it, really. And I don't think there's anything out there to really help me any more than there is. Going to finish on the final question, and that is, what professional help is there out there for people with stutters? Now, you can go to the NHS and get speech therapy. There's places where you can go and meet people with stutters, and it's mainly trying to find that mix of learning what's best for you. I've never been able to meet anybody with a stutter. It would be nice to go and meet somebody with a stutter, but again, I'd mainly go to the NHS. That's where I got my help from ever since I was about 18 months, 2 years old. Firstly off, they thought I was deaf, so I had lots of hearing tests. So the professional help out there is for hearing, and then it led on to speech. So the only word I could nearly say was tractor, and I used to say practor. So again, they thought I was deaf because I couldn't hear it. So I had speech therapy since I was about 2 years old. Then the stutter developed when I was in year 3. So around about age 7 to 8 or 8 to 9. And then moving on, I've always had sort of stutter. Always had help up to about age 15, 16. So the professional help is out there for anybody. If you think that you need any help or that your child needs help, get in contact with your GP, go for an appointment and get some advice from them. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Like I said at the start, if you want to see a part 3, my stutter after my first year, leave some questions down in the comment section below. Drop a like. Last time we had 18 likes on my stutter video. Can we beat the 18 likes? It's up to you now, so give it a like.